Good morning, B Nation. Y'all, I'm on here to do a quick review. I might have to do part two of this, but I have to be to work at 10, so I'm pushing it. So, you guys, come on in. Excuse me, y'all. I got to get myself situated. Come on in, y'all, and share the live. If you listen to the replay, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. But I want to come on and do this quick commentary on what's going on with Fantasia and her father. So y'all share, like the video. But anyway, what's going on before I play her husband's response to her father's ignorant behavior, because I felt like his behavior was very ignorant. Um, uh, anyway, so he obviously Kendall proposed to proposed to Fantasia on stage again, and then the father came out saying somebody from Fantasia's camp um, gave him information about Kendall stealing from her. Okay, and this was, first of all, it was just so embarrassing. Uh, the first thing I want to say this: Fantasia family needs to understand this. It is not Fantasia responsibility to take care of you all. Okay? So that's number one. That is not her responsibility. Hey, St. Mary, what's up, beautiful? That is not Fantasia's responsibility to take care of her entire family. If she can be a blessing to them, absolutely. If you can be a blessing to your family, to your parents, to your siblings, you absolutely should. But Fantasia is not responsible for the well-being of her family. With that being said, Fantasia's father and siblings, hey Bells, Fantasia's siblings, hey Lauren, Fantasia's siblings and parents, it is your responsibility to take care of yourself. And whatever Fantasia can do for you, be grateful. But this nonsense where he's coming out talking about her husband taking advantage of her, as in if that's not what he just did when he came out on the doggone internet talking about the girl husband like a dog. As in if he could, my point is, if you were that concerned, y'all know y'all don't have the best relationship. So then why would you come out and uncover your daughter like this on the internet instead of you have a conversation with her mother about it, right? Your concerns about her mother, your concerns with her mother, because you and Fantasia don't have a relationship. But you come out on the internet trying to dog her husband out, and then you acting like she's not going to respond. And then, of course, she responds with a mugshot to where him and his girlfriend or wife, they putting each other in jail. So how you gonna give her advice? And you got a mugshot out here last year fighting yours. Y'all, you can't make this stuff up. Y'all share the live. Hit the like button. You can't make this stuff up. You don't come out here and uncover your daughter like that as a man. If you that concerned about her, then you talk to her mama. You talk to your ex-wife about the situation, because her mother is supposed to. She has a relationship with her mama, and her mother could have told you, "Hey, I don't believe that. This is what blah blah blah." But you don't get on the internet and try to tear her husband down and act like she's not going to respond. So now your mugshot out here talking about, you fighting with yours, but then you want to give her advice about her husband. Now y'all make sense. Thank you so much, Saint Mary. Y'all make that make sense. And then Ricky Smiley comes on. Y'all check this out. Ricky Smiley comes on yesterday or whatever, and Fantasia shows him some text that the father sent. And according to Ricky Smiley, the texts were diabolical. Ricky Smiley said, "I will never speak to my daughter in that way." But yet he talking about the Lord. See, let me tell you one thing. Y'all parents better be careful. You don't listen. Let me tell you one thing. You may see certain things, but you don't get to run your children's lives. You don't get to tell them. You can see danger. The best you can do is warn them, but you don't warn them like this. You don't come on the internet and embarrass her and uncover her. Not everybody, just talking about it. But this is the husband's response. And I absolutely love the response. Listen to this, y'all.
Salute, salute. So, my name is Kendall Taylor. Those who know, don't know. This is very uncomfortable for me as a man, based on who I am. I prefer to be in the shadows. I prefer to let my work, my character, and my heart for the Lord and for people to speak for me. However, when I find myself in an environment where my wife feels compelled to go to war for me, that's a problem. So against my own methodologies and comfortability, I have a duty to cover my wife and my family. Those that know me know I'm very strategic in how I express emotions, express frustration, and anything that requires a response versus a reaction. What I'm not going to do is allow my wife, my queen, to be in an uproar and do something that causes her to step off her throne of class and sophistication and virtue that I adore about her. So here we are.
Yeah, I really appreciate him coming out saying he don't want his wife stepping out of her comfort zone and out of her class to address her father. Number one, good morning. Number one, Fantasia is married. Fantasia is a grown adult. He doesn't get to come in, right? He doesn't get to come in and tell her how to navigate this. He can have some concerns. He can give those concerns, like I said earlier, to the mother, but he doesn't get to get on the internet and blast his daughter. And then after he does that, right? He somehow thinks that sometimes Fantasia should respect and honor him. Listen, the bottom line is part of Fantasia family, and especially the men, they're upset because they can no longer take advantage of her. Let's just be real about what it really is. They can no longer take advantage of her. Now she has a husband that will step in and say, what's going on?
Be clear, I'm in the manhood business. I deal with men. And as a man, if I have an art with you, if I have a problem with you, I reach out to you direct and we could science that out. And so since a man chose to take shots at me regarding my manhood, let's cook. I've been married to my beautiful bride for 11 going on 12 years. Y'all want to know who I am and what I do? Pause. There's a difference, in my opinion, there's a difference between journalism and blogs. When it comes to journalism, there's a certain level of due diligence that has to be exercised before you put information and content out there to people
Correct.
Who trust that information.
Correct.
When it comes to blogs, things get dropped and shared immediately without any due diligence.
J. Hud, Fantasia's father is looking out for himself. Okay, he's not looking. Listen to me. A father that has that's emotionally mature and have some level of intellect, do not come out on the internet and blast his daughter's husband. That's not how you handle that. And he ought to know better. He done been here about going on almost 7 decades, so he should know better. There's a proper way to handle that. Listen to me. You can't get into husband and wife business. And when I mean husband and wife business, it's not like Fantasia and her husband out here vlogging their lives and that kind of stuff. She's a celebrity. She's an entertainer. So there are certain things you're going to see about her, but they're not vlogging their everyday life. So Fantasia's father doesn't get to come in and try to tell the whole world how this works when he is estranged from his wife. I mean, when he's estranged from his daughter. That's not how this works. It was disrespectful. It was ignorant. And it shows his level of emotional immaturity. Relationship skill set doesn't fall out of the sky. They must be learned, and you have to be taught. He has zero relationship skill sets. How he gonna help out Fantasia when he was just in jail last year beating up on his? Now you make that make sense. Now, J Hud, I need you to come up higher in your thought process because you know better than that. Listen to me. Though the Fantasia family is upset because this boy here won't let them come and take advantage of her like they used to. Now you're gonna have to use some critical thinking skills with this. That's not how you handle your daughter. Women, our nervous system is not set up like men. You just can't come out and talk to us any kind of way. Because when you do, Ricky Smiley said Fantasia has not, he spoke with us that Fantasia has not slept in 2 days. That's like, because our nervous system is not set up like men's nervous system. You talk to us crazy, you get us off balance. Men can go right back on it and talk like it's normal. That is not the way that a father should handle this. They are estranged, and if he wants, and if he's that concerned about Fantasia, what he needs to do is become her biggest intercessor and keep his mouth shut. That's what he needs to do. That's maturity. If he really loves his daughter, that's what you do. But you don't come out here and embarrass her and then got her husband out here. And what I love about this guy, I don't want my wife getting out of character trying to defend me. Let me come on here and handle this. There's just some things you just don't do. But listen to me, I hate to say this, but African American men need to learn some skill sets. There is no reason for African American men to continue to walk around in this arrested development like they do. It makes no sense. There's too many counseling out here now. There's too many podcasts that talk about relationships and skill sets and how men should grow. There is no reason for that. Ricky Smiley said that the text that Fantasia showed him from her father was diabolical. So don't come over here trying to defend the father. He is the one should be making a better example. That's a grown man. If he feels some kind of type of way, call him. No, he a coward. That's why he ain't call him.
Diligence. When I met my wife, I was running my own multi-million-dollar company, period. That means her success, her career didn't build me, didn't shape me. That's because I went to Sunoco Leadership Academy, BMW Black Belt Training, Tuck School of Business, Small Business Accelerator, CMEDI Business Initiative, and had a lot of success and a lot of recognition. I'm grateful for those things because I am a justice impacted individual and I had to overcome tremendous adversity and circumstances in order to break a lot of criminogenic mindsets and trauma and behavior that was keeping me living at a lower level than what I was capable of. And I experienced incredible success. However, I wasn't satisfied with that success. And I started going into the prisons and sharing the gift of game and being transparent and vulnerable, helping brothers that are forgotten, giving them breadcrumbs so that they could navigate, okay? Then I met my wife. I hope she don't get upset with this, but I'm gonna speak the truth. I asked for the prenup. A prenup wasn't put on me. I asked for it because I had business partners that I needed to protect, and I needed to make sure her family knew that I had no intentions on coming after anything that she had established before she met me. I wanted to create a runway where we could just experience love with each other and figure out what this natural feeling was that we were exploring, that was just exploding in both of us, that provoked us to get married after 3 weeks. You dig? After that time, chaos broke out. The gentleman who was taking the initiative to use her and my platform, because he does not have one, to demonstrate things that are beyond false and fictitious. It's beyond that. Didn't show up to the wedding. Didn't want to speak with me, get to know me. And now that I have 2 daughters and a niece, I would never leave them uncovered in that regard. I even have a young man who has a desire to marry my daughter. And I'm going to make it very clear to him that you want to date the things that you like about her, but you're going to be married to the things that you don't. And making that clear, right? I didn't have that type of conversation. As a matter of fact, there were certain people who didn't show up to the wedding because they were not given permission to perform. My wedding was not going to be a performance. And that's why we got married in secrecy in 2014. And then we redeemed that opportunity to have a wedding in 2015. I can literally count on my hands the number of times that I have met Joseph and spoken with Joseph, who used to call me young guy and OG, even though we had no real relationship. This could have been handled with a phone call, but you chose to take another route. Let's get down to it. It became very clear to me when my wife came to me crying in 2015 that she couldn't buy a pocketbook, that something was going on. So I went through the books and I saw very clear that there was a lot of brown bagging and stealing going on, even though I had no knowledge or education in the music industry. I was lost. I was way outside my comfort zone. But wisdom translates across any industry, ethnicity, nationality, geophysical territory. I knew that if I applied wisdom and I asked God to guide me, he would show me how to cover my wife. And it became very evident that people were stealing from her. At the same time, people were stealing from me. And with tears in our eyes and crying, we made the courageous decision to step out there because we can be broke by ourselves. She said, babe, I'm not going to fail on stage, and I know you're not going to fail in your executive position. And we stepped out there. We built Rock Soul. I've been at every meeting. I've been on every call. I've negotiated every contract. I've been a part of every single thing that has allowed her gift to be in the proper place, because I promised her you will never die broke. You will never die strung out on drugs, and you will not die alone like a lot of the greats out there, because I'm your man. That's me. And I've honored that, and I've exceeded my goals. There were times, man, we didn't have but $200,000 in the account, and we got multiple shows to put on, and we having to borrow money. Where was you at then? When my wife had to go through multiple surgeries and I'm there nursing her and cleaning her wounds, where were you then? When we were trying to blend this family and it was challenging for our kids and ourselves, where was your wisdom then, man of God? That was me praying. That was me anointing my children with oil. That was us having a show.
Hey, listen, J. Hud, you said, what about the prison? Okay, so the man was in prison. He done did his time. If the man doesn't change his life around, so what? You think we get to tell people that you think we get to tell people we must that we somehow in a position to hold people hostage about their past? If Fantasia has forgiven that man's past and has decided to marry him, she is not a child. She is a grown adult. It's something, J. Hud, it's called boundaries. The Bible is clear. Leave your mother and your father and cleave to your spouse. Now, I'm not sure. I want you to go look up the word cleave. Okay? He doesn't, I'm not saying that he can't have a concern. What I'm saying is how he presents that concern matters. And no matter how much concern you have, when people are adults, there is nothing that you can do. But what you don't do is get on the internet and attack her husband, because that's attacking her. And the things that he said to her, according to Ricky Smiley, was very disrespectful. You can't see that something is off about Fantasia's father just by the mere fact in how he handled this. You can't see that there's a level of emotional immaturity that he just doesn't have. There's an intellect that's just not there. Anybody, the Bible said, with love and kindness have I drawn thee. You think by humiliating her and her husband is the way to show love to her? When your children become adults, you don't get to run their lives. You get to become their biggest intercessor. You become a friend to where they feel comfortable in coming to you. Listen to me, J Hug. You don't get to decide when people get married and when they don't get married. That's not your concern. Fantasia is an adult. If she wants to get married after 3 weeks, she can. Guess what? Guess what? Well, I'm sure people concerned about him. He just beat up his girlfriend the other day and went to jail for it. He is in no moral position. Listen to me. He is in no moral position, okay, to dictate anything to Fantasia. What he can, baby, prayer changes things. If he thinks that man is taking advantage of Fantasia, go into prayer. Ask God to bring the hidden things to light. But you can't just come to me, I heard something from the camp without any proof. No, you can't do that. You don't get to tell people when to get married. If I meet somebody tomorrow and get married next week, that's my business. That ain't got nothing to do with y'all. My parents dead. Listen, I'm in my late 50s. Who you think I need to consult? Come on, Fantasia is an adult. They've been together. They've been together for 11 years. The daddy divorced and has not maintained a relationship ever since. So now you tell me where the proof is. She got married after three weeks, but she's still married. The daddy, he back and forth in jail fighting his significant other. Child, he is in no moral position to give anybody advice about no relationship. So please, come. Okay, okay. Creation. My mom and daddy got married at 2 weeks and has been married for 47 years. You cannot decide whether a 3 week or 6 month. Of course, listen, there's always exception to the rules. And when you see things like 2 weeks and 3 weeks, these are exception to the rules. You can't cut the exception out because it ain't the rule. Come on, come up in your thinking. Come on up in your critical thinking skills. If he wants to do anything for Fantasia, the best thing he can do is intercede on her behalf in prayer, not bring his trifling behind out here on this internet and dog her husband out. No, ma'am, no, sir. We can't do that. Y'all want to live everybody else's life but your own. Live your own life and do the best that you can. Ain't no man that was just in jail for domestic violence gonna give me any advice about my goddamn relationship. That's not getting ready to happen. Because he's violent. And he lacked relationship skill sets. And guess what? Not doesn't only show with Fantasia, it also shows when he's in a romantic relationship. Can't you see that? Listen, look at the patterns. He can't even maintain a romantic relationship. The same thing he do in the romantic relationship, he does with his daughter. Now, if you listen, you can't ignore a pattern. That's no judgment against him. It's just a pattern. He lacks relationship skill sets. The Bible is clear. With love and kindness have I drawn thee. You come up here and try to tell me you love me and try to humiliate me, I'm done with you. It's over. Complete. I'm done. Fantasia better than me because I would have nothing else to do with him. It would be over. I did the same thing to my father. My father was a whore in the street. I mean, he had no regard for my mother. He had no regard for us, had a whole nother family, and I cut him completely off. Okay? For my own sanity. Parents don't get to just do whatever they want to do. That's not how this works. Okay, y'all, we're going to have to do part two. I'm going to have to do part two of this on my lunch break, but I got to go to work now. I love y'all. Y'all, we'll finish it on part two later on today. All right, y'all. Bye.